students, so today I want us to look at linear equations, and there are different ways of solving linear equations. Number one, you have substitution method. Number two, you have by elimination method, and number three, you have by graphical method. So a linear equation is simply an equation between two variables that makes a straight line when plotted in a graph. So I have an example here whereby you have x plus 3y equal to 8, and then you have 5x plus 7y equals to 24. And I want us to today learn how to solve these linear equations by use of substitution method. So we can start by naming our first equation, equation 1, and our second equation, we can name it equation 2. So we can, when we talk about substitution method, this is whereby you rewrite or you find the value of the first variable, which is x, in respect to other variable and the number that is in the equation. So we can start with the first equation, that is x plus 3y is equals to 8. So we write x in respect to these two, so that x becomes, you have 8, then you have positive 3y. When you have positive 3y and you have an equal sign here, you cross it the other side of the equal sign, so that you have minus 3y. Remember, when you cross a positive sign on the other side of the equal sign becomes a negative, the sign changes. So we have an expression for x in respect to 8 and 3y. So at that point, we move to look for the expression of y, but then we will get to replace x with these values. So we move to equation 2, and then where there is x, we replace with 8 minus 3y. So we start here, you have equation 2, that is 5. Then x, variable x, you already found an expression for that. So instead of writing x, we replace with 8 minus 3y. We close the bracket. Then we have positive 7y, and then we have equal to 24. So at that point, guys, we open this bracket. So 5 times 8 makes 40. And then 5 times negative 3y becomes negative 15y. Then you have positive 7y, and then equal to positive 24. So at this point, guys, we bring like terms together. So you realize that you have 40 on this side, so you write 40. Then you look for another number in the equation. So you have 24 on this side. So what we do is you bring it on this side of the equal sign, and then remember the sign changes. So this side, it is a positive. When it crosses the other side, becomes this side, it becomes negative 24. So we write an equal sign, and then we take these two and cross them to the other side of the equal sign. So 15, negative 15y becomes positive 15y, and then positive 7y becomes negative 7y. Remember, the sign changes to the opposite. So at that point, we simply subtract, because we have like terms together. These are numbers, and these are values, or that is variables y. So 40 minus 24 becomes 16, equals sign. Then 15 minus 7 becomes 8, and then we have variable y. At that point, we want to find the value of y, so we simply divide both signs by 8. So that you divide by 8(1) by 8(1). So this other side by 8(1) by 8 becomes 2. So that you have 2 is equals to y. So the value of y is 2. So at that point, we go back to equation 3. So equation 3 is the one that we got expression for x. This is the equation 3 that gave us the expression for x. So we already found the value for y. So what we need to do is fix the value for y, which is 2, in this expression so that we get the value for x. So equation 3, we have x is equal to 8 minus 3y, but y is 2. So we remove that y, replace it with 2. So x will be equal to 8 minus 3 times 2, which makes it 6. So that x will be equal to 8 minus 6. So x will be equal to 2. So at this point we have the value for x, and then we have the value for y. So we write x is equals to 2, and then y is equals to 2. So if you replace in our two equations the value of x and y, you find out that the numbers, these answers, are correct. Thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.